Hello beautiful people. Today, I have a bit of a channel update. In the past months, I've had a lot of video ideas, I wrote scripts, and I even got around to recording some of them, but every time I got to the editing part, I either immediately lost motivation or tried something and ended up really disappointed with the results. And that's just not the kind of videos I want to put on my channel. Because of this, I decided to start monetizing my channel so I could hire an editor. From here on out, the channel will mostly feature account reviews and potentially stream highlights taken from my Twitch channel. But I will also keep working on guides, and hopefully I'll be able to make them more consistently now that I have an editor who can do the part that I'm both really terrible at and really don't enjoy. I have a massive update to the Elemental Reaction Guide with a lot of the changes from the 1.6 buff to Elemental Mastery and other discoveries we've made in the game since I released the video, as well as interactions with a bunch of the new units. And I'm hoping to put that video out in the next few weeks, so I'm hoping you can look forward to that. But that's it for the update, so let's get into the video. Blizz TT, hello! So, do you think that you need the review? Currently 35 stars. Okay, so you can DM me on Discord. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Once you join the Discord, head to announcements. This is me. You can DM me your account information, and yeah, go from there. All right, what is the region that you play on? All right, America, cool. We're in, chat. So here's what we got. What AR are we? AR56, okay. Okay, so, okay. Neat. Not sure which one I'd go for. Probably Pile and Ayaka. Ditch the Raiden. Let's take a look at what we got. Ayaka, weapon, Amanoma, good. Good artifact set. Good stats. Very high talent levels. Let's look at weapons available. Okay, equivalent, nice. Okay. So, yep, functional, most likely. Weapons, yep. R4, Omega lol. Alright. Probably wanted that first half, actually. No, second half. There is no way I'm playing Ayaka against Genki. Fuck that shit. Hell no. Not happening. Nope. Alright. Ah, fucking hell. Okay, we're fine. Okay, not too bad. Ayaka's broken? Yes. I'm dog shit. Oh my god. Whatever. We'll be fine. This Shangling is actually so nuts, dude. Holy fuck. How much EM do you have? I feel like you have so much. Only had 136? Wait. Is he still in chat? Yeah, okay, around 160. What bow is on Diona? Because I'm noticing a very severe lack of either Favonius or Sack, and I'm wondering why. Wondering what's happening here, honestly. Oh yeah, Diona doesn't have anything, actually. Jesus, okay. It's fine, though. Okay. It is what it is. Thank you for the tier 1, Blizz. You are now officially my new favorite viewer, and I want you to know I don't say that to everyone. It's really only you. You have always been and always will be my favorite viewer. I missed my Globus Swirl. Such. Okay. Missing Globus Swirl, not my streamer. I was trying to imitate my favorite streamer, 1010 Games. Ah, fuck. I missed. Whatever. It's fine. The Ayaka's... This Ayaka is strong enough that it doesn't really matter that I missed. Okay? Why can't you do the same damage? Skill issue. Oh, come on. It's okay. This is a pretty free 36 stars. Actually well invested account. We take those. Didn't swirl Hydro, but I don't think I need it. We're getting fucking 57k Shangling hits. We definitely don't need it. Jesus. I've been tryharding for so long. I'm sorry. Show Shangling artifacts, sure. That's not even that good. Like, yeah, that's not even that good. Alright, like, this is pretty good, but it's quite good, actually. This is a bit underwhelming. This one's very good. This one's pretty nice. This one's pretty good. Yeah, that's the catch ER sends. But it's crowned, right? That's what happens when you fucking level up your Shangling and you crown her. Chat, I could have this on my account. I could fucking probably get 70k hits. But no, I keep her at level 60 and I'm okay with 45k. Circos has TTDS? Yes, she does. Ayaka next? Sure. The Ayaka, I think, is actually quite strong. Right. Total artifact stats? Wait, no, not even. I mean, I guess maybe it's just a lot of attack. No. Like, this is good. But it's not great. This is very good. This is good. Considering it's on set, it's pretty good. But overall, it's not that great. And this is, like, fine. Oi. Why is this not leveled? Oi. Why is this not... Oh, the ratio? That's the ratio. I honestly think there isn't gonna be much to say, right? I could feel that the units were well invested. Not like high invested, but well invested. Like, you can feel that the Kazuha has a good amount of EM, right? Probably triple EM main stat with 4 stars, right? Yeah, triple EM main stat. You can feel that the child has a pretty solid artifact set, right? Pretty really good crit ratio, right? You can feel that the Bennett most likely has noblesse, yeah. With a good amount of ER, right? You can feel that the Sucrose is wearing the Thrilling Tails and has EM main stats, right? These are things that when you don't have them, each individual thing, it doesn't make that much of a difference, but all of them together just ends up being, like, it does a lot. And because of that, right, I can tell very, very easily, like, these are crowned, right? Like, you can tell the damage is high enough. And I don't think there's gonna be much I can tell you to improve other than getting better. I'm sorry. The damage is not relatable. This is very relatable damage on well-invested units. But yeah, I think we'll spend more time on the rotations than we will on the investment. Do you usually use Raiden? Right, like she looks pretty well invested, so I assume you might. That's 40, 130. This is pretty high investment, yeah. Higher than your Shanling, yeah. Only overworld, I see. Yes, Shades, that is it. That's what I do. It's just sometimes I don't do it because I can't be bothered. Right, like when I can tell that my burst is gonna kill them anyways, I don't do it. Like sometimes you don't need to do it because it's a longer setup. You decide not to. But like, yeah, the typical rotation is this. But here's the thing, right? There's Hydro, there's Pyro. Because it's an AoE, I can actually apply Hydro and Pyro on different enemies and then swirl everything together. So I don't actually need to go put Guoba down to get a Pyro swirl. And these are the kind of nuances that are why International is such a good team. Because it can adapt so well to different situations. Like I can do this, right? And I've now swirled both elements on every enemy. What are the teams you usually use, Blizz? Usually play Kazuha version because Sucrose feels way too dank. I see. Then what do you do on your other side? Do you play Sucrose with Ayaka? Or do you not play Ayaka? Or do you play something else that I'm not thinking of? Ayaka, Sucrose, Kea, Rosaria, and Xingqiu. So no healer? I mean, it's solid. Sucrose isn't significantly worse than Kazuha in International. Whereas she is quite a bit worse than... What the... Do you have your world open? God damn it! Who is this? Okay, so the very, very obvious things. We're investing into Ayaka, we're investing into Kazuha, into Child, into Sucrose, into Xingqiu, Bennett, then another cryo unit. Probably Rosaria. I like Rosaria a bit more. No, I don't. I like Kea more. These are not the teams, these are the units, right? So, Blizz, tell me, do you want to only focus on these teams? Or do you want to go a little bit wider and focus on a few more units to have more options? Wider? Yep, wider. More options? Okay. Outside of these, what I would probably consider is Raiden teams, Taser, and Reverse Melt Quick Swap. Actually, no. I don't think Reverse Melt Quick Swap should be considered. I think unless you just like the playstyle, Reverse Melt Quick Swap is basically just a worse version of Child International. It is a good team, but like, because it's a worse version of like the best team in the game, but you have the units to build that team, right? It's never going to be the best options with your available units, most likely. We can build it anyways if you think that it's a comp you'd enjoy. That sounds fun. Okay, we can do it then. So the teams I can see with your account that I would probably recommend is Ayaka Freeze, International, Raiden Hyper, Raiden National, and Taser, and Reverse Melt Quick Swap. These are the 6 teams that I would recommend. So, we've got our teams. So what units is that? We've got Ayaka, we've got Kazuha, we've got Xingqiu, we've got Child, we've got Sucrose, we've got Bennett, we've got Xiangling, and we've got Kea, that I like a lot. We can also have Diona for the shield sometimes. Now, for Hyper teams, Raiden Hyper, so Raiden. Depending on Sarah's constellation, we might use her. I don't think Sarah not C6 is like ever worth building. Not C6, we're not using her. The amount of situations where Sarah is better than both Lisa and Fischl, like when she's not C6, is like fucking never. You're all set for future Abyss. In terms of like adaptability that with your comps, yeah, you're fucking vibing. From here on out, you'll never need to pull for a unit because you're struggling in Abyss and that unit would help you like fix it, right? You can basically pull for whatever units you like, /want, yeah. Sarah's visual design is so good, yeah, I love it. I don't sim for video games and video game characters, but like, if I did, it would probably be for Sarah. Either Sarah or Yanfei. Probably Sarah. Shouldn't pull for Ganyu, you don't like her playstyle? Nope. If you don't like her playstyle, it is not worth pulling, right? Because what would Ganyu do for your account? You could use her instead of Ayaka in a freeze team, or you could use her instead of Child as a melt carry. And like there will be situations where those teams are slightly better, but like definitely not better enough to justify pulling for her. Like, for example, I think you would get a significantly bigger upgrade out of like, you'd get a bigger upgrade out of getting Xiangling C4 than you would out of getting Ganyu. Tried C4, don't want Itoso stuff. Yeah, like you don't need to go for it now. I'm pretty sure she's in the shop rotation. Like, you have any? You don't have a lot. That's unfortunate. But anyways, right? It's not necessary. My point isn't, wow, you need to get Xiangling C4. You definitely don't. As you could see, I had like fucking 30 seconds left to spare. And that was like on the first attempt, right? Like, you do not need that. 100% not. My point was just to say that like Ganyu really isn't that good of a pull for your account. And like getting to that C4 on Xiangling would be way more massive. Lantern right? True, Lantern right. Raiden Hyper. We want Fischl. We want, let's add Fischl. We got Beto and Taser as well. Yeah, so Raiden Hyper. I think Lisa is actually a good unit to level here. It's not necessary, but it's definitely one of the things you can do. Are you really bad at this game? No. This game is just a lot harder than it looks. The fact that you were able to 8-star means you're better than the average player. Significantly. The average player is very, very not good. But yeah, also, playing on hyping is really fucking rough. I can understand that. But yeah, I actually kind of like winning against non-heavy enemies. I actually like Lisa more than Fischl. Right, obviously here Lisa is level 20. She doesn't have anything, right? But or you just end up doing this. Lisa burst, Raiden burst. Lisa does not have any ER, but that's okay. Ah, fuck. Point being, when Lisa has her ascension, when she has TTDS, she ends up being just like Sarah, but better. Beto Fischl, Singto, Raiden National, yeah. Raiden the Hyper. I mean, I guess we can include Sunfire Overvape. Look at that, Gene. So these are the units that we'll be working on. Take a look at what they have. Okay, so let's order them now. What's the most important thing? Or the most resin efficient damage increase you can get? Probably getting your Fav Sword leveled up, actually. And your Iron Sting. These are probably the first things I would do. Next up, probably Child E9. Yeah, Child E9 for sure. Then Singto 80 out of 90. Singto Q12, Singto E12. These I think will be a little bit lower priority because I think there's work to do in the teams you use before moving on to the other teams. I don't think this is necessary. These two are necessary to do for the teams you use right now. This is definitely not that high priority. This is very, very nice to do. Getting that Lisa leveled up enough that she's usable, also very good. After that, it's probably Blizzard's Rayer until good. It probably is, yeah. It's Blizzard's Rayer until you get either an onset hat with good substats. You have these two that you could level actually, right? So you don't necessarily need to go to the domain itself. You can level these, maybe these roll good, right? But sorry, either crit damage or attack percent main stat with crit damage or attack percent substat. That's the ideal piece for Ayaka. Since you have Amenoma, you want crit damage more than you want attack, but attack is still good. But yeah, because like this one is like kind of bad, right? Like it's an off piece, but it's a bad off piece, which is just fucking cringe. You probably want to use this instead, actually, if you can. Liberate it from Child. Crit rate, how does fine tune? No, you're gonna overcap way too easily. You don't need to do it for too long, honestly. All you need is either an increase on your flower, circlet, or goblet, right? We already have 40% crit rate, which is almost 97% crit rate. Next up, I think after this, you want to get your other teams usable. So you want to get that Taser team. No, Raiden team. Yeah, Raiden team first. Well, Fischl first because it applies to both. Fischl E8, Fischl 80 out of 90, Fischl E9, Fischl Q8. After that, probably Sack Frag. No, Beto. After this, we probably want to get Xiangling 90 out of 90. It's through Raiden E9, through Xiangling E9. Then we can get the Sack Frags. Then Ayaka probably. Then Jean. Then Fablance. Before Jean, Ayaka normal attack and E. Then these two. Then when you start working on Fablance is when you go for these. Rosario Q11 first. E11. Kaya Q8. Kaya E8. Then Rosario 80 out of 90. Rosario Q. Rosario E. Kaya 80 out of 90. Kaya Q. Kaya E. Then EMVV. And then back to Emblem Hell. So that's it. We fucking speedrun this review. Speedrunning, man. Ugh.
It was a good account to begin with. Yeah, dude, like, there is honestly, I don't have much to tell you in terms of your investment. It's probably just mostly going to be rotation stuff, which is what we're getting into now. Only skill issue, yep. But skill issues are fixable. Okay, with the rotation showcase, let's start with Ayaka Freeze. The basic idea is, ideally, in a perfect world, you swirl both elements, you infuse Hydro, you use Ayaka Burst, right? If you want to apply Cryo, so that you can swirl Cryo, you can generally use just Diona E or Diona Q. And then to apply Hydro, Xingqiu QE, right? So, that's what we do. Diona EQ, Xingqiu QE. Then you can use your swirls, right? Then you swap the Ayaka, use dash EQ. But you don't need to stay on Ayaka. And I actually don't recommend staying on Ayaka once her burst is going. You just want to already start preparing your next rotation, is what I like doing. I fucked it up a little bit, but that's okay. One thing that's really nice to know is you can actually do this. If you feel like you don't want to shatter, you don't want to do your Kazuha plunge attack because you don't want to shatter the enemy, just don't plunge. In a lot of situations, it's actually better not to plunge. Alright, here, if I plunge, I would have separated them. But because I didn't plunge, I get to have my burst hit both, like that. Alright, try to get my burst back. Can probably get this. And we finish with our burst up. You just Unga Bunga? I mean, yeah, that would explain why you struggle. So that's it for the Ayaka team. Let's move on to the child team. We're gonna use the Sucrose variant because generally I think you should be using Kazuha with Ayaka. When you're in AoE, you don't have to do the Guoba thing, right? All you have to do is you do child E on one of the enemies, then Bennett burst, then Sucrose stuff, then Chengling burst E, child burst E. Other things, woohoo, enjoyment, woohoo, very poggers. I'll show the rotation against the single target instead. It's pretty Unga Bunga in AoE. Child E, Bennett burst, Changling E, Sucrose, normal attack to swirl Hydro, then E to swirl Pyro, Changling burst, Child burst, E, do your things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Bennett E. Cash it with Changling, use Guoba, and get a swirl. Again, Bennett E, Bennett burst. Use this, and drop Guoba again. Swirl Hydro, swirl Pyro, Changling burst, Child burst if you have it. And you keep going like this. Give TDS to Child? No, you try to give TDS to Changling generally. Okay, that's it for the international comp. Then Raiden Hyper, I showed her a little bit earlier, but we can still re-show it. Alright, so Raiden E, Bennett burst, Kazuha burst, E. Official E burst, Raiden burst. 1, 2, 3, charge attack, 1, 2, 3, charge attack, 1, 2, 3, charge attack, 1, charge attack, E, Bennett E, Kazuha E, start over. One, 2, 3, charge attack, 1, 2, 3, charge attack, 1, 2, 3, charge attack, 1, charge attack, E, Bennett E, Kazuha E, start over. Bennett burst, Kazuha burst, official EQ, Raiden burst. 1, 2, 3, charge attack, 1, 2, 3, charge attack, 1, 2, 3, charge attack, 1, charge attack, E, Bennett E, Kazuha E, start over. Bennett burst, Kazuha burst, official burst, Raiden burst, 1, 2, 3, charge attack, etc. Why is Raiden on deathmatch and not cash? Because Changling is on cash. It's a very simple rotation. It's a very easy to play rotation. It's one of the reasons why Raiden Hyper is a comp that a lot of people feel is very strong, is because it's easy to play. It is also a strong comp, right? Don't get me wrong. But unlike a lot of other strong comps, it also feels strong even if you're bad. Okay, that's another of the teams. Then we got Raiden National. Can you replace Kazuha with Sucrose or Venti? You can, but you're gonna lose a lot of damage. Raiden E. Bennett Burst E. Funnel it into Xiangling E. Xingqiu Q E. E. Raiden Burst. And again, 1, 2, 3, charge attack. 1, 2, 3, charge attack. 1, 2, 3, charge attack. 1, charge attack. E. Bennett E. I did not get anything. Do that, and then you start over. And that's it. How would the rotation differ? You would use Sarah Burst instead of Fischl Burst. That's the only difference. And if your Sarah Burst is on cooldown, which it can be because the rotation is 18 seconds rather than 20, you can use Sarah E instead. Is Bennett replaceable in Raiden Hyper? Replaceable, yes, but it hurts the team a lot if you replace him. Okay, Taser, Fischl Burst, Sucrose E, Burst, Xingqiu Q, E, didn't get it, whatever. Beidou E Burst or Burst E, whatever gets you a perfect parry if you can get one. Back to Sucrose, do your things until Oz disappears, then back to Fischl, put Oz back down. Back to Sucrose. Try to get parries if you can, very cool. We're enjoying ourselves. We're having fun. It's Pog. And then you start over. But obviously actually put artifacts on the units instead of not. And then finally, Reverse Melt Quick Swap, also a very straightforward comp. Bennett Burst E, always start with Bennett obviously. Xiangling Burst E. Rosaria E Burst. Kea E Burst. Bennett E. Rosaria E. Bennett E. Kea E. Bennett E. Xiangling E. Bennett Burst. Start over. Oops. My timing was a little off, but this comp is also very brain dead. As long as you're always using a skill, it doesn't really matter which one it is, and you'll be vibing. That's it! So I will save this as account, review, Blizz, TT, save. You go to this, log out of the account, and we're gonna end stream here, because I'm fucking exhausted.